There is always a hidden link between a persona user and their persona. These connections can be seen in their design, themes, or story. So today I'll be sharing the stories and themes that link Palladians, Athena, and Aigis together. It's a tragic story, but it also has a beautiful endings, and I promise that after learning about it, Aigis' story will feel much more meaningful to you. Let's start by introducing the characters, who already have many fascinating connections with Aigis that we can dive into. First, we have Palladians in Greek or Palladiums in Latin. Palladians is a wooden statue crafted in the image of the deities named Pallas. The fact that the statue looks like Pallas is very important, but we'll talk more about why that matters later. So, who exactly is Pallas? Pallas is the daughter of Triton, a sea god in Greek mythology. If you're not familiar with Triton, all you really need to know for this story is that he is the son of Poseidon, the god of the sea. Now, let's get back to Palladians. According to the legend, Aeolus, the founders of Troy, won a wrestling match and received a cow as a prize. A seer then told him to follow the cow, and wherever it stopped, that's where he should build his new city. However, Aeolus wasn't sure if this was really a sign from the gods, so he prayed to Zeus for proof. In answer to his prayer, the Palladians fell from the sky. This was seen as a sign from the gods, confirming that the spot was right for Troy. The Palladians was believed to have protective powers and was able to keep the city safe from harm. That says, as long as it stayed within the wall of Troy, the city was never successfully attacked or conquered. These protective powers can easily be connected to Aigis' mission in Persona 3, just as the Palladian protected Troy. Aigis' mission as an anti-shadow weapon is to protect humanity. On a more personal level, she is also dedicated to protect the protagonist, which strengthened this comparison. Moving on, Athena is another important character in both Greek mythology and Persona 3. You may have heard of her before. She's the daughter of Zeus. In some versions of the story, Athena is born fully grown and wearing armor right out of Zeus' forehead. This is already quite strange. However, in other versions, it's get even more bizarre, as Athena is said to have no mother at all. But if that is not weird enough, in another telling, Zeus swallowed his wife, Metis, who was pregnant with Athena, and later, Athena escaped from Zeus' forehead. Since Metis is also a character in the Persona series, it might be fun to explore her story in the future, so make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos on that and other cool topics in the Persona series. In many depictions and in the game itself, Athena is often shown holding a shield called the Aigis, which has the head of the Gorgon on it. You probably already guessed that this shield is where Aigis get her name from. To give you some context, the word Aegis also means protection or support, often for a person or an organization. This connects perfectly with both the Palladians and Aigis, who are both symbol of protection. In fact, in the Japanese version of the games, Aigis' name is actually Aegis. However, it was changed to Aigis in the English version due to how the Japanese pronunciation of Aegis sound like Aigis. Now, let's continue. In Greek mythology, Athena is known as the goddess of wisdom and warfare. This ties in nicely with Aigis' story in Persona 3. In the game, Aigis' persona Palladians evolve into Athena. This is a great metaphor for Aigis' journey. Just as Palladians, a wooden statue, transformed into a powerful goddess of wisdom, Aigis, who also started out as a machine, is on a quest to learn how to live like a human. This evolution reflects her growth from a mere robot into someone who seeks wisdom and understanding of what it meant to be alive. However, the shield Aegis originally belonged to Zeus, and the reason it was passed down to Athena is rather sad and dark. So, let me tell you about it. Of course, this part of the story will still connect to that of Aigis. In some version of the legend, after Athena was born, Triton was her foster parents and raised her alongside his own daughter, Pallas. The two girls become close friends as Triton taught them the art of war and how to fight. One day, during a festival, Pallas and Athena decided to have a friendly mock battles. The goals of the fight was simple. Whoever disarmed their opponent first would be the winners. At the start of the battle, Athena was in control and seemed to have the upper hands. She moved swiftly and skillfully, showing why she was known as a powerful goddess. But as the fight went on, Pallas, who was also very skilled, started to take control of the battle. Her movement became more precise, and it looked like she might win. Just when it seemed like Pallas was about to secure victory, something unexpected happened. Zeus, who was watching the battles as a spectator, didn't want to see his daughter, Athena, lose the fight. In a moment of interference, he decided to use the Aigis, his powerful shield, to distract Pallas. Now, the story varies on exactly what happened next. In some versions, Pallas was scared when she saw the Aigis, which has the terrifying face of a gorgon on it. In other versions, Pallas wasn't scared, but instead became curious about the Aigis and lost focus when Zeus waved it in the air. That said, no matter what version of the story you hear, the result is always the same and tragic. Because Pallas was distracted, she didn't notice Athena's spear coming toward her. Athena, who thought Pallas would dodge the attack like she had many times during training, accidentally impaled her friends with a spear. Saddened by the death of her friends, Athena built the Palladians as a tribute to Pallas. Zeus, feeling guilty, so he gave the Aegis to Athena as a way to say sorry. But when you think about it, this is pretty insensitive, as Aegis was a shield that caused Pallas' death, so giving it to Athena doesn't seem like a really thoughtful apologies. But that's how Athena got the shield. However, the Aegis wasn't the only thing Athena gained from this sad events. There's something deeper that connects this story to the theme of Persona 3, and it linked perfectly with Aigis' story and add beauties to the ending of what is otherwise a tragic tale. Let me explain. Just as Athena lost her dear friend Pallas, Aigis lost the protagonist in Persona 3, but the game teaches us an important lesson. While the physical body fades with times, the legacy a person left behind lives on. After losing Pallas, Athena didn't just build the Palladians to remember her, she also took on Pallas' name, becoming Pallas Athena. On the surface, this looked like a simple way to honor her friends, but it actually means much more. It shows us that even when someone we care about is gone, their memories and the things they taught us live on inside us. This theme is clear in Persona 3 as well, as Aigis inherits the protagonist's wildcard power, but even more importantly, she learned how to live thanks to him. And like Pallas, even though the protagonist is no longer there, he continued to exist in Aigis and everyone's memories. That said, unlike her persona, Palladians, which evolved into Athena, Aigis failed to become human by the end of her story. But she does give us one of the most genuine smiles at the end of Persona 3. To understand the reason behind that smile and the event that led to it, make sure to check out this next video now.